To Everyday Kentucky. The current situation facing Juul e-cigarette products in the FDA brings up the question of health consequences of nicotine use in young people.
And joining us now to discuss the potential health benefits of a vaping ban for youth is Terry Brooks, Executive Director of Kentucky Youth Advocates. We appreciate you giving up some of your morning to be with us.
Hey, I really appreciate you focusing on this. I think I told you off camera, I'm still a little focused on one of you all not choosing cheese grips. So I'm going to try to get my head around the topic at hand. But
it's difficult after that, I know.
Very hungry waiting for you, I'll tell you that.
Don't kill me, don't kill me. All right, now Terry, we see these vaping products. Tell us a little bit about how it's affecting our youth.
Yeah, you know, if anyone, any of your viewers pay attention at all, when we're talking about vaping products, it should not be lost on anyone that they tend to get marketed as candy corn, cotton candy, magic unicorn. Well, that marketing is not targeted toward me or even y'all. It's clearly targeted toward young people. And what we face in Kentucky when it comes to vape products is a different kind of pandemic. What we have seen as the best data available would suggest that more than 1 in 4 Kentucky kids in middle and high school have tried that kind of product. The other thing that really strikes me, because we have spent a lot of time talking to young people themselves, and they just don't know the dangers. I mean, this is marketed as a almost a recreational, safe product. Very coolly designed containers. They look more like flash drives than cancer-producing mechanisms. And so we really do hope that both at the federal level, but also in Frankfurt, that we can count on lawmakers and other government officials taking a stance to protect our kids from what we know is a very, very dangerous phenomenon.
So you're talking about vaping as a whole and how it's been marketed to young people. That's something that's been very common for a long time in this industry, correct?
Sure. I mean, you know, I'm old and decrepit, but when I was in high school, the cool thing to do was to sneak under the bleachers or in the restroom and get a quick smoke. I think that overall, folks have begun to understand, including young people, the dangers of cigarettes. So the tobacco industry, I think creatively, but unfortunately, decided to switch the marketing. So instead of selling that cigarette to that 14-year-old kid, they're selling vape products as an alternative. What we know is that one vape contains the nicotine equivalent of a whole pack of cigarettes. So this is not some harmless alternative to smoking. In fact, it's a really dangerous new way of addiction.
Now, what advice would you have to parents as they discuss these things with their kids?
Well, again, I think that all of us, and I really appreciate WKYT being able to focus on this. So much of it is just awareness. As a grandpa or as a mom or dad, even as a kid themselves, it's easy not to know the dangers. We had really high levels of interest from school personnel because they didn't know how dangerous it was. So I think our first step is to use thoughtful media formats like you all, schools, churches, community centers, to raise awareness so that parents and perhaps most importantly, the children themselves understand that there carries real negative health consequences if you get into that vaping process.
How can we tell if maybe our child or our grandchild has started vaping? Are there signs like there are with some other things?
Well, you know, I saw a panel not that long ago. It was so powerful because one of the folks on the panel was actually a doctor associated with the University of Kentucky. And he was such a tricky guy because he was playing with, I couldn't tell if it was a pen, P-E-N, or a flash drive or some technology attachment. And he did it during the entire panel discussion about vaping. And then at the end, he revealed that not only was that a vape product, but he had been vaping during the panel discussion because he had had his hand like this. So the first, well, maybe not the first, but the key indicator is, and this is going to sound very simple, pay attention to what your kid has in his or her hand. Because again, we know that traditional approach to cigarettes, you kind of could tell if the kid was holding a cigarette. Vape products come in such seemingly benign containers and delivery systems that if I were a mom or dad, or when I happen to have 3 of my grandkids in middle school, which is the targeted age group, so I don't think any of them are vaping. But I do look at what technology toys they have because I want to make sure one of them is not a vape product. So that's the real indicator. And don't assume that you're going to know what you're looking for until you see it.
Well, thank you so much, Terry. And if people want more information about Kentucky Youth Advocates, where do they go?
Sure. We really would love for them to come to our site. That's kyyouth.org. There's information on this topic as well as a myriad of others. And again, I just really appreciate you all taking time in the midst of this food discussion to talk about a different kind of product that young people are putting in their body, one that is addictive, one that is dangerous, and one that we need to take every step we can to stop.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you, and thanks for being on here this morning.
Okay, thanks. You all have a good rest of the day and enjoy those restaurants this week.
Yeah, we will.